Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, my dear students, to another class of chapter 12, the economic indicators and the nature of the economy of Bangladesh. I will be here with you, your BGS teacher, Nurun Nahar, lecturer, Department of Economics, Milestone College. Our learning outcomes are the concept of per capita income, relation between per capita income and standard of living of the people, the sectors of national economy and its contribution to gross domestic product, comparison among the gross national product, gross domestic product and per capita income. So our first topic is the concept of per capita income. Per capita income is the average income of the citizens of any country in a specific period of time. Let me explain it for you. In a country, we know there are total strength of population. The income of the individual in a year is called per capita income. Actually, per capita income can be determined by two separate standards such as gross national income or GNI and total population of the country. So if we want to calculate per capita income, we have to divide gross national income by the total population of that country. So the formula of calculating per capita income is gross national income divided by total population. If we use symbol, it will be Y bar equal to Y divided by P, where Y bar is indicating per capita income, Y gross national income and P for total population. In the right side of the slide, an example has been given. Suppose if in a country gross national income is 15,000 crore USD and population of that country is 15 crore, then if we want to calculate per capita income, we have to put the values on the formula such as gross national income divided by total population, USD 15,000 crore divided by 15 crore is equal to 1000 USD. So per capita income is 1000 USD. Relation between per capita income and standard of living. As we know that the standard of living of the people depends on the per capita income of the people. Let me explain the standard of living at first. A standard of living refers to the amount and quality of material goods and services available to purchase to a given population of a country. So in the diagram you can easily see, if price level of a country is unchanged, and in that situation if per capita income increases, standard of living of the people of that country will also improve. Now let's go to the second topic of our today's session, the sectors of national economy and its contribution to GDP. The sectors of national economy refers to various parts, divisions or sections of the economy of a country. So in the diagram you can see the economy is mainly divided into three sectors: agriculture, industry and service sectors. The economy of Bangladesh is divided into 15 main sectors. These 15 sectors can be integrated into 5 wider sectors. Let's have a look. Number 1, agriculture sector. The contribution of agriculture sector in GDP of Bangladesh is 15.33%. Agriculture sector depends on agriculture and forest and fishery sectors. Agriculture and forest sector depends on the agricultural production of food crops and cash crops of Bangladesh and the available forest resources. And fishery sector depends on the inland water fishes and seawater fishes. The collection of inland water fishes and seawater fishes is the main contribution in our agriculture sector. Number 2, industrial sector. The contribution of industrial sector in the GDP of Bangladesh is 33.72%. Our industrial sector depends on 4 subsectors such as mineral and excavation, small, medium and large industries of our country, electricity, gas and water supply of our country, construction firms of our country. All these 4 subsectors determine the contribution of total industrial sector of Bangladesh. Our third sector among the 5 wider sectors are service sector. Contribution of service sector in the GDP of Bangladesh is 53.94%. The service sector of Bangladesh is related with hotel and restaurants, transport, preservation and communication sectors, service of financial organizations like bank, insurance companies, etc. All these 3 subsectors determine the contribution of service sector in Bangladesh. Fourth sector is social service sector. Our social service sector is dependent on another 4 subsectors like public administration and defense, education, health and social service of Bangladesh, community, social and personal service of Bangladesh. Last one is business sector. Our business sector is the combination of wholesale and retail trade and real estate, rent and other business sectors. These 2 subsectors determine the contribution of business sector of Bangladesh. Our third and last topic of today's discussion is comparison among the GNP, GDP and per capita income. My dear students, in the slide you can see a chart. The chart is showing first category of income, that is high income country. A country will be considered as a high income country if their income level is $12,276 and above. The countries of all over the world like USA, Canada, UK, Norway, Sweden, Japan and Singapore are included in high income level countries. And the characteristics of high income level countries are: these countries have high per capita income. Their income is so high that after consumption they can form enough savings and capital for running the industry sector. They can run development activities, various development activities like road, transport, communication and others. After developing different sectors of the country, they can also assist in the development of developing and underdeveloped countries. Let's see the second chart. Second chart is based on the middle income country. A country will be considered as middle income country if their income per capita income level is $1,006 to $12,275. Middle income countries can be divided into 2 parts: upper middle income countries and lower middle income countries. A country will be considered as upper middle income country if their income level is from $3,976 to $12,275. Countries like China, Iran, Malaysia, Turkey, Thailand are included in upper middle income countries. The characteristics of such countries are: these sort of countries have been fulfilled the basic needs of the people with their income. These countries are being industrialized very rapidly. Their social infrastructures are undergoing upward development like education, health, etc. Second category of the middle income country is lower middle income country. Their income level is in between 1006 USD to 3975 USD. Countries like India, Pakistan, Egypt, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, etc. are included in lower middle income country. Characteristics of such countries are per capita income of these countries has not reached to a satisfactory level. These countries are still dependent on agriculture, though there is a possibility to develop in the industrial sector. Last category is lower income country, and their income level is 1005 US dollars and below. Countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, Cambodia, Uganda, Kenya are included in lower income level countries. Characteristics of such countries are their per capita income is very low. Through planned activities, some of the countries have achieved some developments, and those countries are termed as least developed countries. That's it, my dear students. Let's see, a homework has been given. That is a full creative question. Hashim is a fisherman. He earns a good amount of money by fishing. Thus, Hashim leads a solvent life. On the other hand, his younger brother works in a construction firm. Both of them are playing a great role in the economic development of the country. You will easily understand A and B mark question. Let's discuss the C mark question. Under which sector of economy Hashim and his brother is included? You will find out the sectors of Hashim and you will find out the sector of his brother, and then you will explain about their subsectors, name of the subsectors, contribution, discussion, etc. In question number D, discuss the role of other economic sectors in the GDP of Bangladesh. There are two sectors are mentioned in Hashim's and his brother's working place, but we know that there are 5 wider sectors. So rest of the 3 subsectors you have to explain in question answer number D along with the role in the economic development of Bangladesh. Thank you, my dear students, for watching the class. I hope you have understood all the lessons and you will be able to do the homework properly. Thank you.